so for the purposes of staging this transition as a project, so what I'm hearing from you is, first and foremost, before you do anything, you communicate to Amazon that this is your intention and that you will be going third party. And then immediately before you doing anything else, then create your Seller Central account if you don't have one, and then create your brand registry account if you don't have one, and then make sure this is the big deal, because I've seen people, two different people creating each one separately
Yes.
with their email addresses, and then they are not linked together. Then you just become a reseller, right?
Yes.
So make sure you use the same email address to create both the Seller Central account and the brand registry account.
Yes.
That means that automatically they'll be linked, and you will
Yes.
become the brand owner and the administrator. And then at that point, you have the basic infrastructure ready for you to start doing things on Seller Central. And then the next thing is the planning of what is going to move. And again, without setting a deadline, you take all your SKUs, turn off the resupply capability of Amazon on the ones that you decide to migrate, and plan, I would say, start from the ones that are not selling heavily. So don't start with your top SKUs.
Absolutely,
leave those. Get a little bit of experience with the slow moving ones, and then move the inventory from Amazon, or let Amazon sell out, and then you move the inventory, and then have FBA. One thing you said that's extremely important, I cannot stress this myself: do not ever allow the listing to run out of inventory. Right? Because then your rank, your keyword ranks, your BSR, everything will take a hit. It's like running an ad campaign without really having the what do you call inventory. So it will shut off, and then it will take you 2 months to get back to where you were. So, and the final thing I'm gonna say is, tell me what you think. Get your advertising account up and running, ready to go with the campaigns, because whatever you're taking on, the whole purpose of taking over the listings and becoming a 3P is so that you have better control and you can drive, right? So start driving right from the get-go and get your advertising. The reason why I say that is, this is my main point for sellers in general. I asked the question, what is the greatest value of your advertising account in your Seller Central? They say sales. No, it's the history. So the history, and you will start with almost no history, even if you had a Seller Central account, because it's been dead for a while. So therefore, make sure that you kickstart your advertising operation so that it starts to build up some history and then bring some maturity. So what do you think, Ruben? Does this kind of outline how to approach?
Yes, I think it needs to be much deeper in terms of this whole transition portion, because first of all, I think, those are the technical portions we discussed, but business wise, you need to know a lot more in what are you going to do after the transition. For example, just like, do you have an in-house team that are going to take over the 3P right away? Because when you're a 1P, don't really worry much. You can have a one person and just cutting the POs and making the accounting is right. When you go into 3P, it's a lot more. So you have to be prepared for that. It's an in-house team. It's a company like us you hire to manage. Are you learning all by yourself to do it? So have that in order. And there is a lot of information out there that can create a misconception into, hey, change it from 1P to 3P, it's going to be good for you. Even if because of the pricing is something that you're feeling bad about. It's not, like I said, it's not a flip a switch situation. So you need to have those plan in place. And once you do that, once you have it, obviously someone who with the knowledge of what was going on with the product, what was the rankings of the product, because you need to capture that right after the 1P sells off the inventory. Now you're the owner. And again, there's going to be tanking of the ranks pretty much very quick. So you need to be able to pick it up, knowing that if the, let's say 1P never run an advertising, because you can actually run an advertising on 1P, you need to be able to do your due diligence and understanding what your keywords were, what your rankings were, what your targeting strategy is going to be, and be able to capitalize on that as quickly as possible. So your sales velocity will not go down ultimately without impacting your ranking. So again, with all the things that you've outlined, they're all great. They're right structures of as far as the steps goes. But I guess before even you start all of that, you need to have the understanding that the 3P is not 1P. You're becoming a seller, and selling on Amazon, as we all know right now, it's not that easy. There's a lot more involved than just supplying the Amazon with an inventory.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is key.